Back at it with another one.
He said, I don't want to do that shit. And I said, okay.
It's true.
He said, I'm not doing that. Artists never want to do the rapping game that I have when they come in here. They're like, I don't want to rap. I don't want to do music. I'm coming here to talk and chill, and I don't want to be in the studio right now.
Right.
So now I've learned that. You're the third artist that has said no to my game, so I'm going to stop doing that.
But you know what? That even reminds me of like something else I want to ask you
later.
That goes in hand with the original thing, which is like kind of having like lines of demarcation with different versions of ourselves. And that's probably what
that is. Version doesn't go everywhere.
Yeah, and that's like okay. It's like
when people see me, baby girl, I'm like, I'm in the airport at 6 a.m.
Right.
I'm not baby girl.
I'm not there.
And I haven't said baby girl since 2018. I'm not even that girl anymore.
But people are trying to hold you hostage to your past.
What? Look at him. I can't even introduce him yet. And he already motivational speaking.
No, it's tough because I feel like sometimes like the imposter syndrome for me is me doing that to myself. Is like, oh, but if I'm not
that person,
am I being fake? It's like, no, that was then.
That was who you were in that season.
Yeah. But the question I wanted to ask is how many like different versions of yourself do you think you've been? For real. Because I was thinking about that.
How cool you are real quick.
You're so cool.
Stop. I'm
no,
really
for
about
real.
to cry.
You have great energy.
Let me tell you why I'm about to cry.
Okay.
Because I'm really about to cry, y'all. This is actually crazy. Because I was going down I went all the way to your first Instagram post yesterday.
Oh, roller coaster.
I'm really about to cry. I think it's because I'm on my period.
This is amazing. Someone check her Flow app.
I'm really so emotional because I was in my bed at like 3 a.m. looking at your post because I wanted to know when I started following you. Don't hand me that, Carla. It's fine. She's bringing me a tissue.
I feel like it's been a minute.
I went all the way to your first post. I was like, what was the first picture that I liked? And the first picture I liked of you was in 2016. And then I started looking for comments. Wow. I'm like, I didn't comment until 2017.
Wow.
It was in the first comment I ever wrote under your post. I'm going to find it and make it pop up in this YouTube. Was unbelievable.
Wow.
Because now I'm a G. And I'm like, it took me a year to comment. Why? Because I wasn't only looking at your content from a fan perspective. I was looking at your content from, I want to be like him.
Wow.
Like I was consumed in the blueprint and what you were doing in 2016 to 2017. I wasn't even commenting. Like I was watching your every move because it was so fucking inspiring to me. I was trying to build community. You did it your way. You didn't have any rules. You had nothing that was holding you hostage. You were like, this is who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
You set the blueprint for everything that I was trying to accomplish then. I went viral in 2016. Wow. That was like my first moment, like the fuckboy video, right? That was my first introduction to like, I'm this stand-up comedian, I'm this comic. And literally watching and going back down your Instagram, it took me forever. Yeah. And then I got down to like 2022 and I hit a button and it took me back to the top. I was like, this is so fucking stressful. But I sat there and I went down a rabbit hole all the way to your first post. And you have inspired me for almost a decade, Russ.
Wow.
Our first interaction was maybe 2018, I think. But just thinking about, you are a huge part of, I feel like, my confidence and my success in being like, okay, stay on this route, be yourself, continue to be this person. And in due time, you will have the community, you will have what you want. And it's your fucking rules. There are no rules to this shit. Yeah. So I just had to give you your flowers because last night I was crying in the bed and I was like, I'm going to cry again today. But watching your Instagram, I'm like, this nigga, you're not black.
No.
Okay. This nigga is fire.
I haven't done my ancestry.
You probably got 1% Nigerian. You're Sicilian, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You're just phenomenal to me.
Thank you.
And the fact that I know you, I even went through our text messages. I'm like, you have helped me and poured into me in ways. 2020, now I'm going to cry, was one of the hardest years of my life outside of 2023. And as successful as you are, as financially stable as you are, as famous as you are, I went through our voice memos and you sat there for 30 minutes to a fucking hour pouring into me and giving me game on what I shouldn't do, how I should keep ownership, the money I shouldn't give up, telling me to stay the course. Like, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You know, so I thank you. And I want to give you your flowers out the gate. For people that don't know you, who you are on the internet is exactly who you are in person. And I've experienced that firsthand. Wow. And you have literally like poured into me and been an asset in my life in ways you probably don't even have any idea.
I didn't know.
No idea.
Damn.
And I said that, I look back in our 2020 messages. I said it in the message. I was like, you were there for me in 2020 when I was in one of the darkest places in my life, and you sat there and talked to me.
Yeah.
And weren't just like, you'll be fine. Good luck. Pray about it.
I'm like, big on voice memos.
They were minutes long. You sat there and, you know, so.
Before they had the fast forward feature.
Oh my God.
Just torture people.
Torturing. And I listened to every second. I was like, Russ said don't do it. I'm talking to my lawyers. I'm like, Russ said no.
Yeah.
So.
That's so nice of you to say that.
You're phenomenal.
Thank
and I'm
you.
so honored to know you outside of the internet. And you're like I said, on your Instagram last night, I was just going down a rabbit hole of how you changed the game and you did it your way. And that has inspired me so much it's been a decade. Yeah. 2016, 2 more years is a decade.
That's crazy.
And when was our last interaction you were about to say?
2019.
That was 2019?
Yeah, at the Blue Flame strip club.
That's the first time and the last time we've ever seen each other until this moment.
But you know what's so funny? Like, I hate to sound like woo-ha, but like energy is so real because off of that interaction, I knew I was going to do this because I had met you in person and I was like, her energy is so great.
God.
Like it's like a beam of light.
God.
And I love people like that, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're exactly the same. Yeah, we went to Blue Flame and he threw so much fucking money.
Different version of me.
I was like, oh, he made it. I go to Blue Flame. I'm like, look, after this $500 is gone. Don't look back over here. You. How much did you throw that night?
I think
it was an insane
30, 40.
I was about to say 50.
Maybe. I mean, it was when Best on Earth came out. So I was like, I gotta go nuts. And like, I just did like a run.
And I was trying to sneak out of there with some money, y'all. I tried to slide it in my purse, but it didn't work.
What is that? Stuck to my foot? That's how that get there.
He might have threw 50, but the strippers only got 49. Because I took at least a stack home.
But you know what's so conflicting as you say that? And this is what's so... I don't have the right answer, but kind of what we were talking about off camera a little bit, but even on camera, I think, is the whole like imposter syndrome and how we hold ourselves hostage to like past versions of ourselves. Because you're like saying how much I was inspiring you in 2016. And I have such a complicated relationship with 2016 version of myself where I'm like, you were fucking nuts.
Yep.
You were out of control in interviews. You were like drinking too much. You weren't disciplined. But like, it's so hard for me I'm very black and white where it's like, I'm either like, fuck you 2016 version of me, like you
it's this or that.
Yeah,
it's no duality with you.
Yeah, it's so hard for me to find like the gray area where it's like, oh, 2016 version of me helped so many people, but like, yeah, you did also like, you know, create a bit of a shitstorm, and
it was so important and imperative for who you are today.
I know
that guy still deserves love. That guy still was like,
yeah,
he
but
does.
That is like, you know what I'm working on is self-forgiveness and self-love, because that's the ultimate journey, right? But it's like I'm at the point in the game where I know that that's what is needed, but now I'm at the point where I'm asking like my mentor, like, so how do you forgive yourself?
How?
And he's like,
how?
You know,
how?
Like, yeah. So
I'm working on the self-forgiveness right now.
Yeah, it's so tough. And then what deeper is like, well, I can't love that version of me because I don't forgive him.
Of course.
So how do you love someone where there is no forgiveness? And that's what's tough with those versions of me. So when you're saying such nice things about a version of me that I'm like cringe at, it's so conflicting because I'm like, how does she fuck with that?
And who you are today was still in there. Like I go back and look at that girl from 2016. I'm like, I go back and look at my videos and cringe. I go look at back and see some stuff I put on the internet and I'm like, this is on the internet forever. And you literally thought that was cool in 2016 and it's still there.
I want to start over.
We can't. So it's about love. I look at that girl, I'm like, but her heart was still pure. She was still a good person. She did her best to the best of her ability at that moment. And I feel like that about
that
you.
level of empathy and grace is so like I admire that.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard for me to give myself empathy and grace because I just look at the mess. I look at certain things that version said in interviews or tweets or just moves he made and I'm like, fine. Like, I'll give you grace, but like, I'm cleaning your shit up.
Yeah.
So like, it's hard for me to forgive you because I'm here like cleaning your shit up.
Now, what is the forgiveness part of it? Did that person mess shit up for you? Did it take money out of your pocket? Is it embarrassing? Like
all the above. Well, like my biggest fear ever in life is really embarrassment. You know what I mean? So this is what I've started to unpack is just feeling embarrassed, which is, it sort of like goes to the whole childhood shit of like, needing approval from validation. So when you don't get it, it's embarrassing, whatever. But yeah, I mean, the forgiveness thing is, and like, oh, did he take money out of your pocket and all these things? It was more like, when I say all the above, it's like, I feel like I left so much money on the table. I feel like I left so many fans on the table, meaning, and this is where my perfectionism and my omnipotence comes into play. It's like, I could have done everything I did, but just way better. And way different. If I knew now, like if I knew back then what I know now, I would have fucking crushed. I'd be so much further, but I can't do that. I can't think like that.
So the type of person I feel like is like, I'm in love with the journey. Because
so this is the dilemma, right? The dilemma is like, I know what I'm supposed to do.
For sure.
And
so the knowing isn't matching the feeling.
Exactly.
Ooh.
And that's why when I look back at that version of myself, I'm just like, you're fucking full of shit. Because you knew what to do, but you weren't doing it. You weren't even living by that, And then that's why like a song on Santiago called Fraud, like that's what it's like, oh, so you have a breakdown and you wrote a self-help book.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yes.
Right.
And that's exactly why.
But for me, because I'm so black and white, I'm like, those two things can't coexist.
They can.
But they can. And you know what I realize is like, I've learned now, I don't want to hear from anyone who doesn't have depth. And I think like breakdowns and shit like that, it's like, you know what? At least you have some depth about you now.
And God allowed you to go through that for this.
Yeah.
For the book, for this moment, for the new music, for you to be like, all right, all y'all artists out there, all y'all people out there, I did this way and you cannot make the same mistakes as me.
Right.
And you can still walk in 100% of your truth. You were still had moments of.
I was being who I thought I was at that moment. And so that's why, like, I never even really fully believed, this might be insane, and I can take this back in 10 minutes. I never really fully believed in apologizing for who I was. Because that's who I was. And that's who I believed I needed to be. Even
the parts of you that maybe hurt people? Like, well, this is just the way I am.
Less about that.
Okay.
More so, no, that for sure.
Okay.
More so if I said something in the past that was like out of line in the interview or something that I don't feel now, I'm not going to now apologize
for sure. I'm like, not even that person.
Yeah, it's like,
and I meant it when I said it.
I meant it when I said it. Like, I'm standing by what he said. Because I know he felt it.
He meant that shit.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Right. Now I wouldn't say it.
I love that.
I'm not saying
that perspective.
Yeah.
I love that perspective. So, okay. So who was that guy in 2016 and 2017? I saw in a recent interview. It wasn't recent, actually. Well, I was looking up so much of your stuff. I went down a rabbit hole.
That guy was arrogant in the sense of this. He thought that everything, and this is going to sound blasphemous, and I intend for it too. He thought he was God.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus. Untouchable.
Untouchable.
My God.
Not even less about being untouchable. Because completely.
This was before the success or when it hit? I'm talking about 2016.
Oh, yeah. This is up until
Manifestation
like 2021, 22.
16 when it took off to 2022.
Think, right? It's like,
wow.
So I armed myself with these self-help books when I was 17, right? And I'm reading all these books, Napoleon Hill and Deepak Chopra and Paulo Coelho. And then I blow up and I become successful. So it's like,
I got the fucking
formula. I'm like, I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Everything I say comes true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm high on my own shit.
My God.
And things are going well. Crazy success, right? And so it's just feeding this idea that
whatever I want.
There is no such thing as haters. There is no such thing as breakdowns. There are no such things as depression. Sadness isn't real. I am the master of my domain. What I say goes, what I think goes, like all of that shit. And I truly believed that I was more special than everyone else.
Than anyone else.
Yeah. And so when things happened in my career that was proof I wasn't, it threatened my identity. Like a massive amount of hate coming in. Like simple shit, like, minor shit, like, songs not being as big as I thought they were going to be, or my parents splitting up post me having money. I'm like, damn, so maybe
I'm human.
Maybe I'm human. And that's kind of like,
man,
that was the whole gist of Santiago was I could have swore I was above the rest of them. I could have swore I was absolved from feeling common human emotions and dealing with common human things like divorces or adversity. And the reason why I had to hype myself up like that, to think that I was above it all, was because I felt so ostracized as a kid. And I talk about this in my next book.
Can you tell me the definition of ostracized? I want to make sure I understand.
So like outcasted.
Okay.
Yeah. So I felt so ostracized as a kid from, and disclaimer, I love my mom and dad and they're the best, but I felt ostracized as a kid from my dad because I wanted his approval so much, right? And I didn't get it. And at a certain age, that really ingrains like a fucked up need to perform,
Wow.
Right. So then as I grow up, I just swapped him with the industry and was like, okay, well, I couldn't get it from my dad. Let me get it from the industry. But
and the industry is so fucking fickle.
Well, fun fact, I'm a white guy in rap, so ostracized 2.0.
God.
You know what I mean? So like naturally, and like I didn't have this struggle story that I felt like fit the rap archetype. And I felt a bit like a fraud and a bit like an imposter. So like all of those things led to me feeling like I needed to overcompensate. Let me go to the strip club and throw 50 grand 6 nights in a row because maybe then they'll think I'm fucking awesome. And so doing shit, that's what I mean, like doing shit like that I just look back on, I'm like,
why?
You're such a... See, and I start going like negative, you're such a fucking loser.
No.
And so then when somebody like you is telling me like, oh, 2016, you helped me so much. I'm like, how is a fucking loser?
No.
But that's just me doing too much.
For sure.
But yeah, it's tough. It's like an everyday battle.
So when you went through that season, it can either go left or right. Mm-hmm. I feel like a close friend of mine, this is just an example, just lost the mother of his children. And I feel like he's so much more present. And he stepped up to the plate as a Black man with 2 daughters and a son.
Yeah.
And he's like, just hands on, the best fucking dad ever, right?
Yeah.
It could have went the total opposite. He could have put the kids on to the auntie, to the uncle, figure it out.
And he could have just spiraled.
And could have just... So what was the turning point for... Excuse me. What was the turning point for you to become this man?
I did spiral. I think the breakdown like caused the breakthrough, as it tends to. It was at the top of 2022 and it was like January. It was like January 11th. Mm-hmm. And I had just been, drinking a lot. When I say drinking a lot, I was never like waking up and not to make fun,
a bottle
but like I need a drink.
The shakies, right?
Yeah, but I would drink 4 times a week because I'd be in the studio making songs. I'd go on Instagram Live and da-da-da-da. And, when you're 19, 20, like you're like in your college years, and it's like fine. But I was 27, 28, still sort of just drinking too much. I was eating way too much. Mm-hmm. I could have swore I was being healthy because I'm like, it's grass-fed. What do you mean? It's like, well, it's 16 ounces of grass.
16 ounces, and you fucking ate a bowl of pasta with it.
And you had wontons inside.
And then chugged it down with wine.
And did you track the Chick-fil-A? So it was...
That was me when I became vegetarian. I'm like, I've been vegetarian for 7 years.
Oh my God.
You gained 40 pounds, bitch. You're eating rice all day.
I was vegan for a year, like 2017 to 2018. Me and Milan, my manager, and I could have swore we were healthy. We were just eating pasta and fries every day. We're like, yeah,
we're vegan.
We're so healthy. We're vegan. It's like, you're disgusting.
You're big as hell, actually. Like, you have an Oreo
gross.
on your lip.
You're malnourished. You have no muscle mass. You are in awful shape. Like crazy. But yeah, so January 2022, I had realized that I was like, wow.
Whoa. What's that? I just built a budgeting app in Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an app.
Impossible. Nina can't code.
My eating isn't disciplined.
Man.
My drinking isn't disciplined. My sexual energy isn't disciplined.
Man.
And so I had read a book called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
And it changed my life. It was top of the year 2022. I read that and Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Both of those really put me on a good path mentally, because I realized that I had reached a point where I was fed up with myself, right? And I hate that it even had to get to that point, but you know, like what I talk about on the album, when your external life is beautiful, like I'm in a mansion, my mom, I bought everyone everything, there's plaques on the wall.
My God.
You know what I mean?
And then you have to do the work.
Yeah, because now what's left is what's going on inside.
Internally.
Yeah, so that's what happened. And so I cleaned up, you know, my diet. I cleaned up, you know, drinking and and started really trying to discipline the sexual energy. And what I mean by disciplining the sexual energy is...
Were you just out here?
No. I had, it was more so like me and my girl and me just feeling like I needed sex and that's normal to need it. And it is, but like just feeling like,
having self-control, right?
Just feeling like sexual energy can only be put into sexual acts. It's like, how about you, instead of feeling like, because this was a big adjustment, right? Going from single, where when you have sexual energy and when you have sexual energy and you have access, you can just put the sexual energy into sexual acts. Boom, easy, done deal.
Yeah.
Out of here, right? When you're not single, it's like, well, now there's someone else who like, they may not be mood and all these things. And now what are you going to do with all this energy? Well, now you're getting anxious because you don't have anywhere to put it and you're just feeling scattered and like so wound up because you're not used to having to sort of breathe through this energy and live with it and maybe go live,
put it somewhere
maybe
else.
maybe go breathe, maybe relax. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was a big adjustment. And so, yeah, just trying to like tackle all those things. And it set me on a good path mentally on the surface. But that was 2022, it was January. And I remember by August, I still had a real, I thought January was my lowest point. August 2022 was my lowest point. Getting a therapist was at the top of my to-do list for like 6 years. I just never did it.
And you finally did.
And I finally did it probably like July of 2022. In August, we're doing sessions, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is
unpacking.
Yeah, like this is because anyone who's done therapy knows those first couple of sessions are like, whoa, like they're fucked. You know, if you have someone really, really great,
especially if you're going in the midst of chaos.
Oh, my
like you're not just going, but I want a therapist. I want to try. You're going when you're like, I need help.
I'm going when I'm 6 years past due. Hey,
I'm in a dark place.
I'm 6 years late. So we're doing sessions, and I have this massive epiphany and breakthrough and moment of clarity in one of the sessions in August of 2022, right before my European tour was supposed to begin. And it was the clarity that I had, and this is all in the book I'm talking about. I hate to plug it, but I just want people to know that. I just want people to know, like, you can get this info.
Yes.
You know, I'm writing all this.
Is this out already?
It's coming out June 4th. Yeah, oh my God, it's the greatest thing ever.
Okay, so you have to drop this. What, is that a Tuesday? Drop this today, the book drops. Okay.
But so the moment of clarity was, wow, I have never grieved the chapters of my life.
You just move on.
I didn't even know the pages were turned.
Like it never happened.
And so the moment of clarity happened, the catalyst. Ooh. And now this is going to sound, I need everyone to stay with me. Mm-hmm. This is going to sound not heavy enough, but we'll unpack. My childhood dog died.
Okay.
The first dog we ever had.
Okay.
Died. And this is the dog that we had when we first moved to Atlanta. She was the only dog that was in every house that we moved within Atlanta. She was there when I was in high school. So many different versions of myself. And for whatever reason, her death was what made me be like, enough's enough. I need to get a therapist because like, I just feel like so much stuff is changing in my life. And why is it all hitting me all at once? And so we started connecting all the dots and it was like, the childhood dog dying was the obvious bullet point that I needed to realize that so many chapters had passed. And my therapist asked, have you ever grieved
anything else?
Anything else?
A relationship?
Have you ever grieved not being anonymous anymore? Have you ever grieved you having to become the head of the household? Have you ever grieved the feeling of not feeling like a son anymore? And not feeling like a brother? Have you ever grieved friendships falling out? Have you ever grieved losing these parts of yourself? And I was like, no. It was insane, right? And so the dog dying was sort of like this, hey, Russ, you haven't grieved anything yet because nothing's been a big enough bullet point, slap in the face. And so here's one, and now you need to grieve. And it wasn't about, oh, I need to cancel tour because my dog.
And this is when you canceled.
This is when I canceled tour because it was as if the past 7 years of my life came crashing down
in one moment.
In one moment, and the catalyst was my childhood dog dying. But it was, oh my God, I haven't felt like a son since 2015.
Wow.
Because it all happened so fast.
Wow.
My parents lost their jobs. There was a lien on the house right as I'm starting to like get money.
And help.
So I just instantly like became
the provider
and like, okay, boom, here's money. And it just was like off to the races. But it's like, did you ever grieve the fact that like, you're not even getting like a son and all this pressure and all these, so the whole shit came crashing down. And so it didn't matter that I had like lost 30 pounds of fat in the gym. And it didn't matter that like I cut out drinking and I got my diet. It's like, bro, you didn't do anything internally. You did good, useful things for sure. But the internal chaos had gotten to the point where it was too much to ignore.
So what does grieving look like though? Like when you say grieve, like what? Is it feeling it?
I think it's
acknowledging it.
All of that.
Okay.
I think it's feeling it. It's acknowledging it. It's celebrating it. Celebrating was big for me. Was trying to look back on certain moments like
Empire.
Joyfully.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what led me to write this song called Last Night, which I put out like right after I canceled tour, and people were like, how could you be in the studio if you're this fucked up?
It's also my therapy.
I'm like, this was a therapy exercise.
Yes. My therapist told me to write a song about
it. Get the fuck off my back.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, no, but it really was. And it was, it seemed like a fucking internet thing that I'm sure a lot of us have seen this like meme or whatever the fuck, where it's like, one day you went outside to play with your friends for the last time and no one knew that it was the last time.
God.
And I thought it was so incredibly profound when I correlated it with what I was going through, because I was like, wow, there has been so many last moments that I didn't realize were the last moments. I never said goodbye to feeling like a son for the last time. I never said goodbye to feeling weightless. I never said goodbye to me and my friends hanging out without any other shit going on and pressure for the last time. I never said goodbye to feeling like a brother for the last time. And I just needed to step away and like actually look at my life and grieve all of these different endings. And it was incredibly hard for me to do that because I'm someone who I in the past have found an incredible amount of my self-worth based on other people's approval and validation.
I'm going through that now.
Yeah, it's so tough. And so canceling tour and letting down fans for someone like me was the worst shit imaginable, because like all of these people I lost all of their approval is how it felt in my head. And, but it was the first time in my life since becoming head of the household or whatever that I put myself first. And I know that sounds like cliche and whatever, but it's real. Like, it was the first time where I said, you know what? Yeah. My brother, you might be let down because we're not traveling to Europe and doing all this fun shit. Fans, you might be let down. You might be you videographers, I got a whole staff. But I'm like, you know what? I have to be okay. I can't keep pleasing y'all and letting me down. It's got to end.
So, okay, because you just said a lot of things that I'm going through right now in real time. I'm coming out of a season where I've never not had confidence. I've never, like, my confidence, my boldness, my voice, my personality, that's what got me here. Yeah. And then I went through a season where I was muted, I cancellation and this and that. And like you said, validation from other people. You can say, she's not funny, she's not cute, I don't care about that. But when you question my character and the person I am, that bothers me. Same. Because on the opposite end, I'm truly working so hard to be the best person, and everybody's not going to see your heart. And I'm working through that. Like, okay, just please God, not people. I have to tell myself that every day, right? So I lost my voice because I felt like every time I spoke, I was on a blog for something negative, and all the comments were negative. I lost my confidence because, now when I walk in a room, do y'all think I'm a plagiarist or do you think I'm funny? Right. Like, I have anxiety. Right. Do you think I am a bitch because I don't want to date men that have a 9-to-5? Or do you think I'm this funny comedian? Because for 4 years before I took off, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, about 4 or 5 years, I was the millennial Black queen of comedy on social media. Right. You could not mention a millennial Black woman that was funny without mentioning B. Simone. And you still can't. Right. We're the first generation of social media celebrities. Yeah. We're the first generation of this. Nobody has ever done this before us. We are the first generation of using social media to catapult, and by no means, he's not an influencer. If you don't know Russ, this man is. But I know what you're saying. You know what I mean? Yeah, though? Like, I come from social media, my comedy, right? I had never felt the opposite end of not being liked publicly. Yeah. And that is when I was like, this is absolutely insane. This is real. I never understood girls that be like, I'm not confident. I'm like, you're beautiful. You're this. Right. What do you mean? Girl, smiling. Come on. Like, why are you nervous? Why do you have anxiety? That's fucking weird. Like, you're fly as fuck. Like, and then I went through it. Yeah. And I was like, this is absolutely insane. I'm still coming out of that. Yeah. Where I'm like, I watch every episode. Like, did I say something that's going to be on the Shade Room? Right. Like, okay.
You're living on eggshells.
Fucking eggshells. Yeah. And me being free and open and confident is what got me to this point. How do you get back to that person? Because
I ask my therapist that question probably once every 2 weeks.
Still. The 2016 and 17 Russ, yes, fix the holes, fix the gaps. But that guy, parts of that guy, his confidence, his boldness, him walking into a room with his head held high is what got you here. For sure. You don't want to lose 100% of that man.
You just want to polish it. Yeah. So, it's so tough. It's tough because what you're doing right now is what I'm still coming out of, is bracing for impact at all times.
I will kick you.
Your nervous system feels like that's how it feels.
Did I say something wrong?
It's such a, it's such a visceral feeling. It's like, that's why, so I'll pass on advice my mentor has given me.
Please, what did therapist say? So I don't have to pay for another session. You tell me.
He said, this is the year of doing hardship. Okay. Because he told me, and I agreed. So, he's so spot on. He said, things that maybe were easier for you in the past are maybe not so easy now, because you're having to face them being the authentic version of yourself. And that's scary because you don't know how that's going to be received. But the evolution of you is on the other side of that. Yeah. And so, for example, this interview, any interview, it's not personal. I did the Andrew Schultz interview. in my head, I'm talking to my manager. I'm like, fuck, bro, I don't know. Like, I don't want to do it. Cause like in interviews, like there's so many things that could go wrong. Yeah. I could say this, I could say that.
And then they take 1 minute clip
and then it's over with.
Hour. And
it's like, why? I can just sit in my house.
And not say anything.
And not say anything.
But then
fine.
You're not walking in your purpose.
And I'm not growing. And then I'm mad that I'm not growing. Well, then which one is it? You know, so things like this, these are hard for me to do because guess what? I don't have the overcompensation to rely on anymore.
My God.
I don't have the arrogance to rely on. I have to just be like, yeah, I'm nervous. Yeah. And it's like, how do you do that and make it cool?
By doing that.
Yeah.
That's so cool to me.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing though. It's like, it's tough though, right?
I love you so much. You're like, yeah, I'm fucking nervous.
Because in the past, I would have just been like, I would have came in here and done way too much.
Okay.
Super too much to hide.
Straight off the walk-in.
Off the walk-in.
Like, give me an example.
I don't even know. I would have been turned, just energy-wise, just like arrogance. And I don't want to paint the previous version of me to be this like insane, whatever. But I don't know. I just wasn't as comfortable being my authentic self as I am now.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't seen that archetype succeed.
Yeah.
And that's the tough thing for us, for people in the public.
Man.
It's like, if you don't see your archetype reflected in the field you're trying to get into, you're like, well, I can't be me then. Let me pick that archetype.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I mean by even like, let me go to the strip clubs and throw 50,000. It's like, why the fuck am I doing that?
Why?
I don't want to do that. Well, I'm doing that because like, I've seen that archetype.
And it works for them.
And
so
it works
I feel
for them.
I have to do this,
so maybe it'll work
industry.
for me. Yeah, especially in this. So maybe it'll work for me. If I do this and my song's in the clubs and I throw money,
and that's
surely
what
they'll
works.
fuck with me.
And my therapist said this recently. It goes back to the healing. Like you said, forcing yourself to do the hard things.
Yeah.
She was like, I'd rather go and be scared of what's going to happen than stay and be scared of, I'm just more scared of what's going to happen if I stay.
Yeah.
So I just go.
The what if.
Because the staying,
yeah,
I already know I'm being stagnant and I don't want to know what's going to happen if I stay here. I'm more scared of that than what's going to happen if I just go.
That's real.
I cannot stay here and be stagnant.
Yeah.
I have to do the hard things.
That's real.
But like you said, you just said you put on this facade as this person, the 50, the 20, the bands. And
there was times, And
I'm thinking back, was I never I feel like I've been my true, I don't ever feel like I've had to put, but listen.
All of those versions of me at that time, I felt like was me.
You felt like was you.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking back, I was like, well, when you were people pleasing, and you weren't setting boundaries, and you weren't speaking up for yourself, you weren't being your fucking self.
Right.
Because you wanted to say no.
Right. She said yes.
She said yes. You wanted to. You didn't want to go, but you put everybody else first. You didn't speak. Not speaking up for yourself is also not being yourself.
True.
And not being that person that you truly have been called to be in that moment.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, when you're saying that, I'm like thinking about the times I threw money at the club. I'm like, I didn't do that. I think I really wanted to do that.
I really wanted to do it at the time.
I didn't think like...
No, at the time I thought it was awesome, but I look back and I can assess like what the deeper...
why.
The why. I know the why.
The why.
The why, and this is what it's about. It's about alignment. The why was out of alignment with who I am. Meaning...
Jesus, your core values.
Yeah, I was doing that for approval and validation. I don't need to do that. Because put it like this, if someone had told me prior to doing that, hey, you're going to go to the strip clubs in Atlanta and spend and throw 300 grand in 7 days and no one's going to give a fuck. No one's going to listen to the song more. I would have stayed home. I would stay home. What the fuck? I'm not going there because like I love giving y'all 50 grand. Like, what the fuck?
I wouldn't have did
like it. It's transactional in my head. I'm doing it because I'm thinking that this is what I need to do to fit into the archetype that's going to get me back approval and claps and validation. And now they'll think I'm cool. And I've always envied people who at least come off like they figured out how to be authentic early on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm so
At the beginning.
Yeah, I'm so envious of people like that. I'm like, damn, man, like, how did you have this figured out that early? And
you're so
then I start
at yourself that you didn't do that.
Yeah, oh my
Stop
God.
it.
I know.
You need to look at your baby pictures and be like, I love you.
I know. I've done that therapy exercise.
Have you?
Yeah.
My baby picture is my cover. I'm like, she deserves the world, and she did the best she could.
That's beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's a screensaver on my phone.
Yeah.
Because I'll be looking at her like, I love you.
I know.
You are.
Wow. Because when we do those like kind of exercises, and it's like, and I visualize like my younger self. Even the back cover of my album Santiago is like, it's me now, and it's like the younger version of me looking like terrified, and then that cloaked figure is my shadow. Like, and when you get into like shadow work, like Carl Jung and all the shadow shit, because like there is a constant terrified
little boy
that's constantly just
little baby
that I'm constantly having to be like, it's all good.
Yeah.
But no one ever told him it's okay. Yeah. And once again, not that my parents didn't love me or anything like that.
For sure.
But there was moments where I needed empathy and grace, and I needed reassurance of certain things. Mm-hmm. And I said on a new song, it's like, I'm 30 now. My dad can't be bothered to help. I got to learn to father myself. Because like that inner child, like that's my job now.
Yeah.
Now it's my job to like,
it's your responsibility.
Hey, you're freaking out, which is causing me to freak out. So it's okay.
All right.
I fucking told you.
12-year-old?
Relax.
Now I'm freaking out. I'm fucking 34. How old are you?
31.
Russ.
Oh, God.
I'm 34.
For real?
Yeah.
You're glowing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
How do you feel being like, what do we think about our 30s right now? I love the
best years of my life.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I want a family, I want a boyfriend, I want a husband, I want kids. But then I'm like, when I thought thank God I wasn't a wife. Thank God I wasn't a mom. Thank God I wasn't in a committed relationship. Would have made somebody hate women. Like,
right.
Like
there'd be two dudes with podcast mics right now.
They're probably out there. Don't be using me for clickbait, nigga. I already said sorry. I apologize to everybody I heard now. But
you did your 12 steps.
I did my 12 steps to healing. I done wrote letters and burned them. I don't know what else.
Right. I saged.
That shit don't work.
Right.
I'm like, these spirits still in here. these demons ain't leaving. But yeah, I'm so proud of who I'm becoming. But I don't want to get comfortable with like, oh, keep unlayering, baby, because you done did 2 years of healing and you're 34.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of years of trauma and toxicity and things that you have to unlearn. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
So the older I get, the better I feel, the more healed I feel, the more the veil is taken off. My spiritual eyes are opening up. I see things less fleshly and more spiritual. I can see people instantly like, daddy issues. Oh, love. And it's also because I started to see that in me.
Yeah.
So I just see people on a more spiritual than fleshly vision now. And it's just different. But that also is because of my relationship with Christ now is growing so rapidly it's just phenomenal. I gave my life to God a year ago.
How do you deal with struggling with the fact that it's not linear? That to me is so tough because I could have swore that this shit was supposed to go like this when it comes to growth. No. And so when I have those moments where it's a backslide, where it's like, oh man, like that's me being reactive like how I used to be.
I think it's just the grace part of it. It's a practice. It's working that muscle.
Yeah.
You have to I don't care, y'all. I say this every episode. I be walking through the house. I'm blessed. I am healed. I forgive myself. You have to literally, you're the manifest king.
See, but this is what I'm saying.
You have to use that same concept.
The surface level manifest.
No, but if you can do it with money, and you can do it with music, and you can do it with a career, you can do it with your self-confidence. You can do it with forgiveness.
Right.
You can do it with all these other internal things.
Well, you know what? I'm so glad you said that because there is something that I'll give every version of myself credit for. which I think you've probably exhibited as well, and anyone in our space, is the perseverance.
Every time.
The relentlessness.
Resilience.
Yeah. Like, I will say one thing, I've never given up. Even canceling tour, not giving up. That's, in fact, it's me saying, you know what? Let me re-strategize and come back fully equipped. Yeah, it's reroute. But I am so hell-bent on figuring this out.
Always.
I'm never stopping.
Never complacent, never stagnant. That's exactly what this podcast. Let's try this again.
Wow.
I had a podcast.
Oh, that's beautiful. See, I was only looking at the surface level of the title. Like, let's try this. Let's do another take.
No.
But deeper, let's do another take.
It's all about resilience, pivoting, figuring it out.
Wow.
I did not want to start another podcast. I was scared.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it. First podcast was like, we're going number one. We're lit. We're changing the podcast. We're doing this. We're doing that. And then I have a friend breakup publicly. So I'm like, oh, hold on. Like, wait. I wrote a book. I'm working on another book. I'm like, you Google B. Simone, plagiarist comes up. I'm like,
oh, man. Right.
Is anybody going to buy my second book? Is it 30,000 copies of my first book? Like, is it, let's try this again. Pivot. Let's try it again. I'm never okay.
That's such a beautiful message.
With not getting up and doing it again.
Yeah.
And I think that's just in us. And people like us, whether it's music, artists, art, we're never okay with just the complacency of it.
Yeah.
It's always like this: spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. I am always trying to get better. I never feel like I've reached the end thing.
And that's why I fucked up. See, because there was a part of me that 2016, 2017, when I wrote that first book, I wrote it because I thought I did it and I had all the tools you could possibly have. I thought I had acquired all the knowledge. I had beat the game. Clearly, look at my life. Look at the plaques. Look at the money. Look, I did it. There's nothing left for me to learn. And that's the mistake. And so now I know enough to know that I know nothing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what's so fun about this is the humility phase.
Good.
And it's not me feeling like, oh, I'm not. It's me knowing that I'm confident in what I'm strong about, but I know that there's more to learn. And those two things weren't even able to coexist 3 years ago.
Y'all, I know y'all know, and I'm going to sound stupid saying this, but I'm going to say it. If you don't know who Russ is, because we talking about all this shit he done did, please go to this man's social media. Go to Google.
Don't scroll too far.
No, scroll. You will literally watch him perform in front of what was like when you were doing the Manifest tour.
Oh man, that was the first tour ever. So that was
a couple hundred people.
We performed in Glasgow for 40 people at the basement of a bar. And Milan, you remember that? We walked up to this fucking pub on the sidewalk. The owner's like, come in.
He said 40 people.
Owners, come in. We walk in this restaurant. It was like a little pub. It was like 4 booths. People are like eating fucking lunch. It's light outside. He's like, yeah, come downstairs. We go downstairs. We're like, what the fuck? And there's like no stage. It's just like 30 kids in the basement ready for like you to perform. I'm like, okay, so this is not how I saw this going.
This is not the vision.
But I was amped. You know? Because I was just like, I'm in Glasgow.
Yeah.
I'm in Scotland.
Yeah.
And part of me wants to tap back in to the novelty of everything. Meaning when you get your driver's license, you're just ready to go to the fucking gas station just because. Mom, you need milk?
Right.
We have
anybody want me to run an errand?
I'll go right now. And it's like 6 months later, you're like,
okay.
I want to always be like
excited about it.
Yeah, excited about everything.
Yeah.
Because everything is insane.
Yeah.
Like this moment is insane.
It's insane.
Like someone of your stature asking me to do an interview, tell this to 17-year-old me, they would have been like, I would have got a limo here. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like I would have had champagne. Like I would have been like, this is it. You know what I mean? Like I would have made the most out of every moment. And granted, some of that needs to be reeled in, but the feeling behind it, the excitement behind that is so real. It's so palpable. It's so incredible. I love that shit.
So I'm not gonna let you slide on this. You said your relationship?
Yeah, I am in a relationship.
Can I say her name?
Yeah.
Jonica.
She's amazing.
She's so beautiful.
Yeah.
She's so cool.
This is the first time publicly talking about her.
How long have y'all been together?
Several years. And she saved my life.
Wow.
Yeah. And people don't understand when I say that. And I was talking to my boy about this.
Wow.
The reason why I say that is when you get into a relationship with someone who I don't like using when you, because it sounds like I'm preaching.
Preach.
Preacher? I feel like for me, I found someone that I loved enough that made my very arrogant self look at myself in the mirror and say, maybe I don't have it figured out. Because this doesn't work in a relationship. This works single because there's no one there to check you.
Yep.
Because you can just do it like,
yep.
So my reactiveness and my perfectionism and how I treat myself and don't give myself empathy, that's cool for you.
Yep.
That doesn't work in a relationship.
Because she's holding up that mirror.
Because she's yourself. Like, you're not about to give me no empathy. You're not about to hold me to perfection. And so all these things, like my first experience with therapy was with her.
Wow.
Because I was like, I'm with whatever to make this work. It was my idea to do it. But when you say like, oh, what was it about her? What is it about her? I always just tell her, it's like, why do you love anyone in your life? You just do.
It's a choice. And the way they make you feel.
It's
and
like, I love you because you're you.
Yeah, because
I
of
just
who
love
they
you
are.
because you're you.
Yeah.
Everything about you.
Yeah.
That's why. There is no it's not conditional in the sense where it's like, well, I love you because you're this and because you're that. There are things I love about her. But why do I love her?
Yeah.
Because she's her.
Yeah. Wow. Simple. Wow. And she was just the one.
Yeah.
Jesus. You're going to marry this girl.
I'm like, I have no plans of going anywhere else. We're just, she's just amazing. She's such a special person. And now she's an artist.
She's doing music. I saw you post her. I
always know when people can sing those. So when I first met her and if I hear you hum, your tone when you're humming.
You be like,
get on the mic. Get in the. So that's literally what I did. And, it was always a dream of hers since she was little to be an artist, but she didn't have the confidence to do it. And I just kept telling her get on the mic. So I would just have her on the mic and we would just fuck around with shit. But kudos to her. She finally took that leap of faith. She's incredible. So,
golly. Yeah, I think she's cool.
She's awesome.
You posted one of her songs the other day, and that was the first time me hearing her singing voice. Yeah. I was like,
she's so good. And she does all of it herself.
I knew because of the post.
There's a room upstairs in my house where she's got her whole setup up there, and she'll just be up there cranking shit out.
So she don't even be in your studio?
No.
She got her own shit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And she just she'll just be like, hey, I just made this. And it's insane. And it's her second song ever. Her first song ever was Being a Girl. That was the first one she recorded.
Wow.
And she puts it out and it's going viral. And Lizzo's posting. I'm like, do you know how insane this is?
Yeah.
To post your first shit ever?
Yeah.
This isn't you were making songs for 4 years and now you've decided to post this one.
Yeah.
This is your first song you ever made.
Russ is like, I had 11 albums.
Do you understand?
He put out 11 albums.
Right. So I'm looking at her you're fucking nuts.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm in awe of her potential and abilities. She's nuts.
I love your love with her.
Yeah.
That is so dope. Yeah. I was going to, obviously, at the end of every episode, before we go, I would say, what would you try again? But I feel like you answered that so many times throughout this episode.
Well, yeah, fuck.
And I have one more question before that, actually.
Go ahead.
This is the last question. So you're healing, you're doing the therapy, you're doing all of these things, you're growing, you're becoming just a better man every single day. I feel like I've watched you grow for the past 8 years. I've been following you. What is your spiritual life like? Do you have a relationship with God?
I think I do have a relationship with God. It's just at times it's confusing for me. I believe in God.
Okay. And I asked you this because I related to a post you made recently on your story. You were like, when y'all comment and say you're going to hell, do you think that makes people want to come to God?
Straight
Do you
up.
think it's exciting me about your God? Do you think it's getting me excited about the church? Like, you're going to go to hell if you do this. Do you think that is really getting me excited? Like, I want to know God because I don't want to go to hell, and you're scaring me into fear of loving him.
Right.
Because if you're loving somebody out of fear, it's not even true love.
At all.
Right? So I resonated with that post, and I was like, I wonder what his relationship is with God, because you said something about you come in from the church or the church. I don't know. I don't want to quote you on that.
No. So here's how my relationship went. I was born, raised Catholic.
Okay.
I did my, what is it? Like second communion or some shit. I don't know. But I was in CCD.
I don't know what I did.
Yeah.
They
CCD.
made me do it.
Yeah. I was there. I ate the bread
I drank the
out of
blood.
the guy's hand. I think.
I was hungry.
Yeah. Started. So I was like in CCD, which is Sunday school. And I was doing that every Sunday till I was 12. I was in 8th grade. And then I stopped going because I would go to church and I would be with these people. And then outside of the church, they would do awful things. Mm-hmm. And for me, it was really confusing at that age because I was like, well, because once again, very black and white. I was like, I thought y'all were supposed to be good, you know? So like now this whole thing feels like a scam.
Jesus.
So I'm out.
Jesus.
Because it felt like performative. Y'all are in here acting like you're doing the right things and you're, you know, better than whatever, but you're fucking up. You're beating your wife. You're doing this. You're cheating. You're doing crazy shit. So now, like circling back, when I read this book, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, and he talks about how, you know, the devil just preys on lack of discipline, and when you're drifting, that's how the devil seeps in, and all these things. You know, I leaned into that, and I really believe in that. I believe that that's just negative energy. The devil's negative energy.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's pouncing on you when you're fucking up. Right. Yeah. And so that's kind of what I expressed in my song In the Dirt, was like, on God, I'm gonna put you in the dirt, like the devil like I'm gonna bury it. Now, that doesn't mean that, like, if there's tequila in my glass, like, well, this isn't godly. Yeah. That's not how I'm looking at it. Yeah. And so I was getting a lot of messages because I had posted another song right after, like, that was like sexual. It was about, like, you know, being locked in on one person and being vulnerable with y'all's sexual energy. Mm-hmm. And people are like, oh, you can't do both. Yeah, you can't do both. You're going to burn in the fires of hell. Jesus. And I'm like, all right, hold on. So is this the sales pitch? Because this is awful.
I don't want to come. I don't want to buy what you're selling. I don't want to.
Because it feels, at that point, it feels cultish. Like, you better fucking do this shit, or I swear to God, you're going to burn in the... It's like, I'm okay. All right. Yeah. Y'all got it. Yeah. So to me, and I experienced a lot of that growing up in high school, you know, the people walking around with backpacks with the fucking Sharpies, Bible verses written all over them. Yep. And like, you know, but in the bathroom, they're doing this. And it's like, a lot of it feels like you're trying to convince you. So like, don't put onto me, like, don't judge me. Yeah. Like, I always looked at religious people as like, aren't y'all supposed to be impartial?
And loving.
And like open arms and we're so happy. Not like, what is that? Who are you? Yeah. Who are you? You're not God. I know you think you are, but you're not. Yeah. Like, you're just like me. You're a human. You fuck up. You're not perfect. Yeah. So like, relax a little bit, because you're making me hate you. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I've been super hurt by people that know the most about God and speak the most about. My dad's a pastor. I grew up in the church. Wow. So I'm watching the pastor preach and going home and seeing things and experience hurt and and not from my dad, but like, you know, I've seen it all. Yeah. Right. So I'm like, the people that are preaching, I'm like, I tweeted this. I said, the Christians I've come across lately, I can't wait to not be like. Yeah. Like, I want so hard not to be like you. Right. And you're actually pushing me away from, I'm trying to be you're making me want to do other stuff, because like I cussed recently on a podcast or whatever, but I was cussing and talking about God in the same sentence. They were like, well, this is black. I was like, I'd rather have a cursing problem than a heart posture problem.
Right.
Work on your heart.
Right.
You're so worried about me cursing. Man sees the exterior. God sees the heart. My heart, what's your heart doing?
Yeah.
What's your heart posture, right? So I want to pour into you and encourage you because I've gone through that and I'm actually going through it now where I'm getting so far away from these preachy people because y'all are not who you are when you're not speaking the word of God.
Right.
What is your heart posture? Your heart is so negative, and what you do behind the camera is not what you're saying publicly or what you're doing in your own home. You know what I mean? So I'm like, who I am on camera is who I am in real life.
Yeah.
If I'm cussing on, I'm working on my mouth, whatever. But who I am on camera is who I am in real life. So I challenge you, and I'm challenging this for myself. Focus on relationship and not religion.
Well, what I interpret that as is these various people like that, for me, have ruined the idea of community around religion. And so now it's just about like what you just said, relationship. Because I thought this was supposed to be a loving community. Y'all have proven me wrong.
Wow.
So bye.
I get it.
I got it.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like me and God, we'll do our thing. Y'all fuck off.
The church
because y'all have ruined the community of it. Because it's so judgy.
Yeah.
Like, who are you?
And they're human. I've also been like, you know what? Like I need to stop idolizing people in the church. I need to stop being like, wow, so-and-so did that, or the pastor did this, or the lady. Yes. Yeah. They actually did. Right. And they're humans. And you need to stop looking at them and look up. Right. Stop. Yes. They are fucked up. Yeah. As are you, Braylon. What do you need to work on? So you go work on you and focus on your relationship with God. You spend time with him. You talk to him. You respect his boundaries. And when he convicts you of something, be obedient. That's all you can do. Focus on relationship. So I challenge you to do that too. Yeah. Outside of religion, relationship. Okay.
Beautiful.
I love you. What do you want to try again?
Oh, that's like the whole
That's the last question. Yeah. That's like the whole, let's try this again.
Oh, what do I want to try again?
You tried a lot of stuff again.
I don't know.
What would you try again in life? Even if you failed at it or you were successful at it, you're writing another book. This is your second book?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done that. You're trying love again. Obviously, you're in a relationship. But what would like...
this is the whole like, oh, you can't regret anything. But I would love to try... I would love to try navigating the blow up again. But the very just concerning my family. So like when things first started taking off, and my parents didn't have money. So my dad lost his job. My mom didn't have a job. Cars were getting repoed. And I started getting money. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know like the dynamics. I didn't take any of that into consideration. I was just giving the like money to my mom because she pays the bills and that. I would love to navigate that better because I can empathize with my dad where at that time he felt like the rug got pulled from him. I became the patriarch. He got shunned. And now me and my mom are the ones handling the shit. And I was just like, at that time, I'm 22. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. Yeah. I'm just like going on the road, bringing home like cash for merch sales and just like here, like y'all figure it out. Because I was just the son. Yeah. But if I could go back, I would love to just like sit down and be like, hey, let's all like be honest and like what's the path forward to make this easier on everyone. Like y'all clearly y'all are fucked. Yeah. And like I'm making money. How do we do this that's not gonna like offend anyone? And like what's the best way to do it? Yeah. Like cause I want to help y'all. I don't want the money to divide y'all. So like how do we do it? But live and learn.
That's good. I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
Men in therapy. My God.
Green flag.
Green flag. I'm so proud of you. I thank you for coming and gracing my platform.
Thanks for having me.
Yes. You're amazing. You made me cry.
That was awesome.
No,
It
I mean, it was awesome. It was beautiful. I was really crying last night on your Instagram.
No, but I really needed that because I needed to see that somebody in real time, in real life, not that my fans haven't shown me, but in real life, someone be so positively impacted by a version of me that I find hard to give love to.
Yeah. And like, I think also too, when I was looking at it, I'm like, you were this girl too. Like he believed. He was so confident. He was so faithful. He was so like, he just believed and he did everything that he believed. And I'm slowly coming out of this shell that I've let the world put me in to become that girl again. That guy
it's so
that I
easy
saw.
To have faith when faith isn't threatened. And that was all that was. Like I had so much faith and confidence because my faith and confidence hadn't been threatened.
And that's really when you have it.
And then when it happened, how faithful and how confident are you?
That's when you got to go to God.
Or therapy.
Try again.
Yeah.
Thank you, Russ. I love you. Thank you for being here. I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Russ came on my platform.
This was amazing.
Let's Try This Again podcast with the legendary Russ. And you guys, I think I can just retire now.
Yeah?
No.
We'll
have an episode next week. Monday, the audio drops.
I could retire. Anyway, tomorrow we're filming.
Monday, the audio drops. Tuesday is the visual. And I love you guys. We'll see you next week on the Let's Try This Again podcast. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Let's Try This Again podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and share the podcast. Until next time, stay resilient. And remember, I love you guys.
Kanye West is here. His debut album, The College Dropout, has sold over 2.5 million copies, earned him 10 Grammy nominations, including Best New Artist, Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and more. Here is a look at his work. February 10th will mark the launch of the Kanye West Foundation, which aims to keep kids in school. I am pleased to have him here at this table for the first time as we look at the week ahead of the Grammys. Welcome.
What's going on?
What's going on is right. 10 Grammy nominations, including all those things that I said. Album of the Year, producer for The Diary of Alicia Keys, who is here. Song of the Year, new for Jesus Walks. New artist, you. Best R&B song, rap solo performance, rap song collaboration, rap song Jesus Walks again, rap album, all of that. You have
like, comment, subscribe.
Who is it that
you know
like
what y'all want to see next?
I told
Let's
you.
get into it. Till then.